Okay, so mind you, I drove back to get the rest of the stuff that I left at the end of the trail. Um, and in between then, I was organizing and things, putting stuff in the trunk and all that stuff, right? And I just realized, I was like, oh, fuck, his foot is swelling, he said. So, and he's just laying in the back seat, right? Like, poor May, playing it. And I'm sure he's hurt. I'm sure he's swelled his ankle, all that stuff, right? I really don't care, though. And call me a bitch. I don't really give a fuck. And so I'm putting stuff in the trunk, and I'm like, oh, fuck. If his foot is swelling, then what he should do is sit up, right? At least put it back toward the, against the back door. And I have a pillow. I said, and he can elevate his foot, right? So I tell him that. Doesn't say a fucking word to me. Doesn't move, doesn't do anything. And I tell him again. And I said, oh, but my love is conditional, right? Doesn't say a word. Stays exactly like that. Doesn't say a word the whole drive. And it took me like, because I missed the street a couple of times because I was so fucking angry. I was backwards. In my own fucking neighborhood that I've lived here for 12 years, 13 years, 14 years, longer than that. Anyways, so we're in the car for like 8 minutes. Finally find where we are. And he was quiet the whole time. So the reason why I bring up the money is because even in that time I realized, hey, by the way, I sent you $15 to get an $8 hamburger. Can you send me that money? Because I didn't have gas. And I said, normally I wouldn't care. You can keep the money. I don't care. I said, but I'm being fucking petty and I want it back. Doesn't say a word. Picks up his phone though. Doesn't say a word. I'm like, of course you're not going to answer me. You're such a child. You're so immature. Anyways, so I said, fucking keep it. I don't need it. I don't need it. But it says something more about you than it does me. I said, because of course you're going to keep it. And then a couple minutes, half a second go by or half a minute goes by. And it's like, of course you kept it. I bet you kept it, huh? Because you think it's justified and it's owed to you. It doesn't say anything. It's like, fuck it. Whatever. Cool. And then as soon as he gets out of the car, opens the door, he says, I sent it to you. Really low. I said, what? I sent it to you. Okay. Gets out of the car. And he's like, he doesn't get out of the car. He sits on the edge. And he says, can you get my tripod for me? Oh, open the trunk. I said, for what? My tripod's in there. Okay, so I open it. He sits in the back. Can you get my tripod for me? No. I said, no. Do you think you deserve for me to get you your tripod? Because I don't.